Alright, DC Nation, you know what time it is. I gotta make a crow video. Not only do I gotta make one crow, but I gotta make two crows. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make it in this video. I do apologize for the video being dark, but I lost track of time. So, and I really need to get this video uploaded. So let's go ahead and start. First off, congratulations to the Boston Celtics for eliminating the Wizards, and congratulations to the Pittsburgh Penguins again for eliminating the Capitals. So both of them will make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Celtics are going up against the Cavaliers. The Penguins are going up against the Senators. First of all, let me go ahead and start off with the Wizards, because I expected the I kind of figured they both could get a title, but I had more faith in the Capitals than the Wizards. I mean, I figured I had the Wizards winning the Eastern Conference, but I didn't have them winning the NBA Finals. Sorry for the cars in the background. I'm on the road right now, so I'm walking. I'm not in my street yet, so I do apologize for the cars in the background. But anyway, the Wizards, they last year they didn't make the playoffs. They went 41-41. This year they were able to make the playoffs as the number 4 seeded team. They finished out 3rd place in the Eastern Conference. They were able to make it to the semifinals, and they were 1 win away from the Eastern Conference Finals. And the Celtics are a young team. I mean, this was a good series. It went back and forth between the both of them. I mean, and the Wizards, they're definitely a team that's, you know, that's improving. I mean, I've been a Wizard fan for 3 years, and I've never seen the Wizards get this far in the playoffs before. I mean, a couple years ago, they did make it to the semifinals, and they had 6 playoff wins. This year, they were able to get 7. And it was what made this year special is that the Wizards haven't played Game 7 in the semifinals since 1979. So this season was actually very special for the Wizards. I mean, the Wizards is definitely a team I can see winning the NBA title within the next 3 years. I think next year they'll probably make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. In 2 years from now, I can see them becoming Eastern Conference champs. And 3 years from now, I can see them as NBA champs for sure. This is a team that's really starting to pull some stuff together. So let me go ahead and talk about what I liked seeing from the Wizards and what I didn't like seeing from the Wizards. The Wizards, I like how they were aggressive throughout the whole playoffs. I definitely liked how they were able to remain undefeated at home throughout the playoffs. They went 6-0 at home. I was hoping that they could have made it to the Eastern Conference Finals to continue their undefeated home playoff record. But their 6th home playoff game, that was close. I mean, they almost lost. Both the Wizards and the Celtics were inaccurate in Game 6. And John Wall basically hit the game winner 3. So, I mean, the Wizards, I definitely liked how they were able to defend home court, because anytime you lose a home playoff game, you know you're in trouble. You know, especially knowing that you got to win on the road, since you couldn't defend your own home court. But the Wizards, they didn't lose a home game, and I'm really impressed with them. Now, let me go ahead and talk about the bad things I didn't like about the Wizards. I didn't like our road playoff record. We couldn't win on the road. We finished out the road playoff record 1-6. I mean, we couldn't win on the road. We were a great team at home, But we couldn't win on the road. That was our problem. That's why we got out. You know, we couldn't win in Boston. I don't know how we won in Atlanta in the quarterfinals, but we couldn't win on the road. I mean, the series was pretty much a blowout until the last 2 games. After we lost Game 5, I figured we were going to force Game 7. And watching the Wizards get eliminated in Game 7 in Boston, it really didn't surprise me, because I knew if they'd been blown out in Boston 3 times, they couldn't figure out a game plan to win in Boston. If the Wizards were the higher seeded team, the Wizards would have won the series, but this was a good series to watch back and forth. I am a little disappointed in the Wizards, though, I'm not going to lie. But, you know, the Wizards had a great season. They'll finish out with 7 playoff wins, 56 total wins. And I'm definitely looking forward to the 2017 to 2018 season. Now for the Capitals. I'm very, very disappointed in them. Really. Because I don't know what it takes to get a fucking title from the Capitals. This is the 2nd year in a row the Capitals have won the President's Trophy. And they still can't get a fucking title. I don't understand it. It's got to be some kind of DC curse going on or something. But anytime you're the number 1 seeded team and you win the President's Trophy, I mean, come on. That's just ridiculous. I mean, I'm surprised the Maple Leafs put up a little bit of a battle in the quarterfinals. But the Penguins... I mean, this is the team that we have the most trouble against. I don't know why. I mean, the Capitals' problem is that they can't seem to get out of the 2nd round. And they did better than last year. They got 7 playoff wins as well. But they tied up what they did 2 years ago. I don't know why the Capitals are having such a hard time trying to get to the fucking Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, it doesn't matter how good of a team they are. They're still finding ways to get eliminated, and it's mainly by the fucking Pittsburgh Penguins. And it aggravates me. It really, really does. I mean, I don't know what the Capitals are doing. I don't know if they're expecting a shitty playoff series so they can win the Stanley Cup, you know, like going up against the Maple Leafs in the quarterfinals, hoping to go up against the Blue Jackets in the semifinals, and then playing the Senators in the Eastern Conference Finals, and then, you know, playing some shitty team like the Edmonton Oilers in the Stanley Cup Finals. I mean, shit. The playoffs are not going to be that easy. I mean, I don't know what the Capitals are expecting. You know, I don't know. Game 7, I mean, I really had no faith in the Capitals from the beginning of the 2nd round. Once they lost 6-2 in Game 2, I really had no faith on them from that point on. But I know they were down 3-1 in the series, and I said, you know, that's it. The Capitals ain't gonna win. There's no way. You're down 3-1 in the series. There's no coming back. And then Game 5, the Penguins lost on purpose because they wanted to end us off in Pittsburgh. And then once we played in Pittsburgh, we were just clearly the better team. And we beat the Penguins in Pittsburgh, and it turned out to bite them in the ass. But the Capitals, they knew that that they could beat us at home in front of our fans. And that's what they did. Game 7 just looked like it was scripted. I mean, the Capitals can't just be like, oh, well, there's the Penguins, you know, better luck next year. No, you can't do that shit. I mean, that's completely unacceptable. You got to be able to play whoever you can in the playoffs. I mean, the Capitals, you know, every year they don't win the title. It frustrates me like hell. It really does. I mean, they've been in the league for 42 years. They don't have no fucking titles. They're almost as old as the New Orleans Saints. I mean, this is terrible. And now Ovechkin might be leaving the team, and if that happens, that's just going to make the Capitals worse. You know, I mean, same thing if Marcin Gortat leaves the Wizards. You know, that could hurt the Wizards, just like losing Nene and Paul Pierce. And then, but anyway, we'll see what happens next season. Better luck for the Capitals. Their 43rd year in the league. I mean, I'm really pissed off about the Capitals. They should be on a dynasty right now. They should have won the Stanley Cup for at least the last 3 years. This is ridiculous. I mean, as a Capital fan, you know, it gets frustrating seeing your team choke in the second round of the playoffs every fucking year. But I don't know what's in store for the Capitals. Will the Capitals get a cup? Yeah, they will, eventually. I don't know when it'll be, but yeah, they're going to get one. And then, like I said, the Wizards, I got them winning the Stanley Cup within the next few years. Well, that's going to do it for me, guys. Wizards are through. Capitals are through. Redskins season hasn't started yet. DC United season doesn't end for a while, and as for the Nationals, their season don't end until September. So by the time I make a National and DC United video, it'll be late in the season. The only teams to watch right now, is just the Nationals and DC United, you know, and it's not going to be as entertaining to watch as the Wizards or the Capitals because it's the regular season. But hey, the Nationals, you know, they're looking to make a World Series run. They're doing real well. So, I mean, they're the best team in the National League right now. But, I mean, it's early in the season. We're not even 40 games done with the season yet, so I can't really say anything about the Nationals. DC United, you know, they're in the rebuilding years. They're nowhere near the team they once were. I mean, this is their second year rebuilding, so DC United's probably not going to be in the playoffs unless they make another surprising comeback or something. I have been watching the Capitals minor league team, the Hershey Bears, and right now they're in the second round of the playoffs and they're playing Game 7. And if they lose, they get eliminated, but if they win, they move on to the third round. So they barely moved on to the first round. And if they win tonight, they barely move on to the second round. Of course, that's what the Hershey Bears did last year. The Capitals minor league team, you know, actually won the Eastern Conference last year. I didn't make a video of it though. Of course, you know, I mean, even though they're really not in DC. They're just, you know, the Capitals own them. That's pretty much just the only thing. That's probably why I didn't make the video. Same thing with the Nationals minor league teams, like their single, double, and AAA team. I really don't make videos of the minor league teams, but I don't know, guys. If the Hershey Bears win the Calder Cup Finals this year, I may make a video of it. But like I said, guys, I mean, round 2 ends tonight, so I mean, I don't know. I may make a video of it. I may not. If I don't make a video of it, then my next video will probably be like toward the end of the summer, like in July or August, because the next video I'm probably going to be doing will be the Redskins 2017 schedule of who I think is going to win what game, because Redskins season, you know, is going to be starting in a few months. So I'll definitely be making a video toward the end of the summer. But anyway, DC Nation, have a good summer, and hopefully the Capitals minor league team will win it all this year. And I will catch you guys, you know, sometime in the future. It could be July, could be next month, could be this month, I don't know. I mean, at the maximum, it's going to be in July, for sure, because I still got to make a 2017 Redskins schedule video. But, yeah, guys, I'll either see you guys next month or July. All right, later.